so fucking sick right now, man. Happy Father's Day, motherfuckers. I'll be discussing and talking about some new music discoveries I made in the last week-ish. Most of these albums are hip-hop albums, and I'm gonna give my thoughts as someone who's quite new to the genre and all that. I'm gonna start it off by clarifying that I'm not gonna go too deep into the album and its meaning. I'm just gonna give my thoughts on them musically and how enjoyable I find it as someone who's new to the scene.
Fabulous to see you all here. Had such a crowd. Not surprised. It's wonderful to see you all here.
So, Mavi's Let the Sun Talk. I really enjoyed this album. I really like the expressiveness, and I think that goes for most great hip hop albums. They're usually very expressive, artistically, and also in giving out that message that they want to from their music or from that particular album. I feel like I'm not doing these albums justice by not going too deep into its meaning, but hey, I'm not reviewing, I'm just sharing. I enjoyed all the tracks on this album, but if I had to pick a favorite, it'll probably Self Love. I think that one stands out to me. And I also want to mention how much I like the instrumentation, if you can call it that, on Love of Money. I feel like I also enjoyed that.
Sometimes I feel like a motherless child get out of line.
Nature on McNichols, Boldy James, and Sterling Torres. Man, what a fucking album. This one I think left the best impression on me after finishing it. With Mavi it was great, but I felt like I was more familiar with that sound, you know. This one, it felt like a jazz album with a rapper on it, you know. And instrumentation, like the word instrumentation, is definitely much more appropriate to use on this record because, damn, wow, the violins, trumpets, and drums, they're just great, and it's most definitely expressive, I tell you that. The lyrics are also just like, the lyrics are amazing, and it really stakes with you almost. And I mean, what more can I say, man? This album is just fucking incredible. And I can't even pick a favorite track, but one that like stuck with me, like one that I kept on thinking about almost after the first listen was Mommy Dearest. That one, everything about that song I feel like is beautiful. Actually, I really like this album. This is a really great album. Maps by Billy Woods and Kenny Siegel. Released this May. May this year. This one I probably have the least to say about, but I still really enjoyed the experience listening to this album. Compared to the previous albums, it doesn't really give off the same vibe musically, and that's not a bad thing per se, because I really like the sound of this album, personally, like a lot. I can definitely see myself coming back to some of the tracks like Kenwood Speakers, Rapper Weed, and FaceTime. So overall it's a pretty cool sound, and I like it, man.
The world is so small till it ain't.
I don't even really want to talk about this one because I hate this one person so much, but I am also utterly and completely obsessed with her and everything she likes, so I will talk about it. So I've known Mac Miller as an artist for a while. He's a pretty big artist. My first exposure to him was when he featured on that one Ariana Grande song like 10 years ago. But as a kid that didn't really like rap or hip hop, I didn't think too much of him, and I never really got into his music at all until recently, where I've been listening to a lot more rap and hip hop, where I decided to give his music a shot, and man, I have been missing out on a lot. I really love this album, and it hits you really hard right off the bat with the first track. And I kid you not, I was laying down on my bed listening to it, and damn, it took my breath away, man. It was really pretty, it was really beautiful, and it has a nice run of tracks. Like it's like good song after good song after good song, and I just really enjoyed the experience. And it's not just each track individually, where you give his music a shot and you listen to like his most popular releases, but this album I'm talking about this as a whole project. It's really incredible, man, and yeah, it's got a great sound. It's a great. It's just I don't even know what to say, man. It's just a really beautiful album, and rest in peace to Mac Miller. And yeah, it's haunting almost, his vocals in each track, and yeah, it's just such an incredible project and album, and I've been missing out on a lot because I really like this album. If I had to pick a favorite song, I feel like that opener, man, that it really hit me. Like it's euphoric, it's like that part in the chorus to Beetle Bum by Blur. It's like warm, man. I put it on, and dude, it just hits right there. I really love this album. Last and least, not in a bad way, it's still it's still good music, is the soundtrack to the new Spider-Man film. I feel like I just want an excuse to talk about that movie because I love it so much. And yeah, so it's weird because I'm not too familiar with any of the artists that feature on the film soundtrack, but dude, I really enjoyed listening to some of the stuff from the film. And yeah, man, like it complements the vibe and the tone, and just artistically, it complements it artistically with the film. And I feel like that's something that you see from the first film, from the first Spider-Verse film, with tracks like Sunflower, and I'm not gonna pretend like I remember any of the other songs. Oh, like What's Up Danger, I don't know, is that the title? I don't remember, but like whatever the fuck. Yeah, great songs. I feel like it's more memorable in the first film, but like these are also really good songs. And yeah, songs like Hummingbird, Hummingbird is definitely like a highlight in the film's soundtrack. And songs like Calling, Self-Love, just really good stuff, man. And yeah, I love that film so much. I really love that film. I've had the biggest crush on Gwen Stacy for so long, and I didn't think I was gonna like fall twice. I didn't think I was gonna fall for her again this year, but fuck, man, I just can't help it. She plays the drums. Like, what can I say? I've already lost. She plays the drums, and she's like a spider person, dude. But about the music, yeah, it's great, man. Yeah, I guess yeah. And that wraps it up for music this week. That's all the new stuff that I discovered recently and the stuff that I've been listening to. I might do another one whenever I feel like it. But yeah, fuck off.